sharing a reading experience. I'm reading from the book Gone, and I'm sharing it with you now. Today, I will go through February 6th to February 13th. I hope you listen and receive something worthwhile from this. This video might inspire you to read this book. It's my hope that you'll search for the best books and gain information and ideas to help you to become a better person. The more you read, the better you'll think. And the better you think, the more you'll be able to face life's challenges successfully. February 6th. I had a dream about Dad last night. I dreamed I was with him in the house and the phone rang. He got up and answered it. I heard him say, "I'll be right over." I was going to ask him who it was, but then I woke up. February 7th. When Mama died, she left a lot of things unfinished. She had a beautiful sky blue baby quilt almost finished. I think it must have been for Maxie. Maxie had the most beautiful blue eyes. Poor Maxie died when he was 4 years old from a congenital heart defect. Mama made many all-purpose quilts. They were so warm. We used to watch her tie the quilts and thought they looked pretty on the bed. Mama made one really fancy quilt during her 37 years of marriage. It was a double T quilt made with dark blue calico and white. She started the quilt when Daisy was small and finished it with her last baby. We were all so proud of Mama's double T quilt. I had a quilt like this. It was a fan quilt I started years ago, and it took me years to finish. The Quilt of My Life by Dorothy Bell. For the quilt I diligently sew. Let me from the scrap bag of my life take the pinks and calicos of a little girl's dress, the red and blue checkered gingham of a little boy's shirt, the satin of a baby quilt, the lace from a wedding gown. Stitch them together with memories, all the happiness and tears. Out of all the pieces, a whole complete pattern appears. February 8th. When I was a little girl, I used to have dreams about tigers and lions chasing me. No one had a TV back then, and I was too young to go to the picture shows. I may have seen them in books, but I don't remember. I do remember Mama telling me Bible stories like Daniel in the lion's den and Samson slaying a lion. A tiger attack actually happened to one of Dad's relatives. Ruth Rosal was killed at 4 years of age when a tiger at a circus went rogue and tore into the audience. When I was 4 years of age, Papa took me on walks. I remember holding his hand and talking and jabbering away while all the while he said, uh-huh. There was not much said on his part, but he was listening to me, and that was very important. February 9th. Years ago, while the city was fixing the waterworks, city workers broke our pipe and then charged us $600 to fix it. At the time, Dad had his hands full, and we had suffered a number of financial setbacks that strained our budget. While they were fixing it, we had to get our water from our next door neighbors, the McIntyres. What a luxury water is. It brought to mind memories of carrying water on the Great Northern Road to a bucket and water dipper located in the kitchen. February 10th. Every day we make decisions that shape our destiny. I guess Chipper was destined to be our dog. Dewey Raymond worked at Martin Furniture in Pocatello with Dad. Dewey had two sons. One of these sons, Gordon Raymond, was on the ship when when it was sunk by the Japanese sub in World War II. Dad and Gordon would go pheasant hunting together. Once, Dad took Charles D. over to Gordon's house when Charles D. came out west with Betty to visit us. Dewey Raymond's other son was a policeman and gave us Chipper. Small world, isn't it? One time we had a cat named Rosetta. She hid the kittens under the neighbor's foundation. Shortly thereafter, Rosetta was hit and killed by a car. After we realized Rosetta was dead, we went to retrieve the kittens, but we couldn't get to them. I even tried to drag them out with a hoe, but to no avail. Finally, a little neighbor boy was able to crawl under the foundation and get them out. We put the kittens in a basket, and our dog Chipper guarded them like they were her own. February 11th. I was 5 years old when I became aware of the word patient. Mama worked at Patience all of her life. She was not naturally a patient person because she was really sharp and smart and had to be frustrated often by the lack of understanding in others. She was quick to do things and didn't like to wait around. She used to tell us, "I'm losing my patience," and we would know that we should settle down. But through her children, she learned to work at being patient. I would often hear her say, "Now, if we're patient," or "it takes patience." I know she obtained her goal because my daughter Anne spoke of her grandmother's patience. We learn so much through raising children. February 12th. My faith is small. I think Jesus would not want to help someone like me in turmoil about religion. There are so many religions pulling at me. Dad and I went to the St. Paul's Methodist Church. I don't discuss religion with my brothers and sisters. It would be nice to be more open about my religion. I wasn't living the faith I was brought up with, and because of it, Daisy said, "You broke my heart." These words have haunted me. I decided I would do what Mama did and cling to my husband and tend to my own business. Mama stuck by Papa through thick and thin, and so I stuck by Dad. Many years ago, we went to Spokane to see family members. We went to their church called the Church of the Firstborn. Daisy was the head singer and Elby was the preacher. Both Dad and I liked the singing. I know my brothers and sisters would be happy to have me belong to their church, and I feel at home singing and worshiping with them. Daisy's forte was singing. Her most famous repertoires were "In That Little Town of Knoxville" and "Putting on the Agony, Putting on the Style." She was such a practiced singer. When she lay dying, she couldn't talk, but she could sing. That doesn't make sense, but it's a true statement. Mama and Papa belonged to the true followers of Christ, and Mama's side of the family belonged to the Church of God. Whenever we would visit, they sang the songs Mama would always sing, Midwestern hymns. I enjoy visiting other churches. Some of my family belongs to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and they're good people. I believe, regardless of what church you belong to, if one follows and resides in the principles of the gospel of Jesus Christ, they are right with God. God will bless them for good. And if families are good, the nation will be good. And if the nations are good, they will live in peace. February 13th. Mama used to tell us when we had a sour face, if we kept frowning, our face would grow that way. And I think she was right. Happiness is a learned attitude that sticks with us. The way we choose to view our memories will influence every aspect of our life, including the way we present ourselves. I found in my life there's no real happiness unless we figure out how to serve what is greater than what we are. Family, community, and God are greater than self. How can we learn to be one without service? Christ prayed for us in John 17:21 through 22 by saying, that they all may be one. He taught them to serve each other in love so they could be one. That's what family, community, and God are all about. We must feed the part of us that wishes to give in love and starve the part of us that only wants to take. I wish you the best in your happy readings. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, adios.